Oh gosh, and we're finding out about his pants. What a date! My vision of you is like Mary Poppins meets James Bond. Adopt me. Go on. Salt's Third Wheel Dates might be the most hands-on dating show you've ever seen, because not only do we do the matching, we rock up on the date too. And I, Lauren Windle, will be playing gooseberry and helping people find love. If everyone gets on well, they can go off on an IRL date in real life. But if not, they can select URL, and we'll put a link at the bottom of the show so that viewers can apply to date them.
The activities I do for fun is anything to do with sport, really. I play football every single week. I enjoy music, listening to music, playing music. I'm actually part of a Dungeons and Dragons group, which is pretty nerdy. But yeah, I do that every single week with some of my closest friends.
I do knitting, Pilates, and I love trying new things.
Josh is 34 years old and from Rushden. He works for DHL, the guys that may or may not deliver your Christmas shopping on time. Ellie's 23 from Sevenoaks, and she's only a flipping Norland nanny. And if you don't know what that is, oh my days, get ready for your mind to be blown, because it is legit the coolest job that you've ever heard of.
What makes me the perfect partner? I think I'm incredibly kind, I'm told. I'm very patient. I'm just open to trying things and doing things, and sort of if I haven't experienced something, I'm all up for giving it a go and things like that. So I think I'm fairly laid back, chilled out, those sorts of things, which I think are all helpful and good within a relationship. I'm very committed.
It's a really tough question because I don't think anyone's perfect, but I've been told by friends that I'm really fun to be around, that I'm an engaging person, I'm really honest and caring, and I think all of those qualities make a good partner.
The most important character trait I look for in a partner is someone who loves Jesus. Makes such a huge difference. It's such a huge part of my life that it would be absurd to think of being with someone who didn't feel the same. Outside that, someone's just fun.
Someone that's open and adventurous, they're willing to try new things, and they're willing to be on life's adventure.
Ultimate red flag for me, I would find it really hard to date someone if they made a lot of noise when they ate. I know that's like really, really shallow, but it's, yeah, I hate it.
People who feel like they've been given the divine right to judge others people's lives, which sounds kind of judgy in itself, but it's just how I feel.
My celebrity crush would probably be Emma Stone. She's someone who, yeah, I said it earlier, she seems like a lot of fun, someone that would be up for a bit of a laugh. We could do, yeah, who knows what, but I think to somewhere outdoorsy, on a bit of a road trip, have a tent and just do some, yeah, exploring and a bit of hiking, whatever it might be, really.
Zachary Levi, and my perfect date would be that we'd been skiing up a mountain, and then we come in to have hot drinks and just sit and chat by a roaring fire.
I'm really impressed with this match. I actually think that there's legitimately a lot that they will like about each other and have in common. So, I really hope it's a yes.
They do both have the sexy Clark Kent glasses. So nice and brushed and shiny. Do you dye it?
Hi.
What do you guys usually do on a date?
Most of my dating has been during lockdown the last few years.
Oh, so you just log in?
So it's mostly either log in and say hi over FaceTime, at which point you're like, I know you from here up. Or you go for a walk.
Well, this is familiar then.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
just, everyone is just seated.
Nobody moved from behind the table.
Exactly.
This is how we're comfortable dating now.
Exactly. This is how everyone now dates. It's just on a screen.
So I just want to flag up that if you guys became a couple, right? Your name is Josh. Your name is Ellie.
Yeah.
You would be
Jelly.
Jelly. Jelly! That's the coolest couple name I've ever heard. It's like we thought that through.
It's like you did.
Yeah.
I love it.
But sometimes the Lord just provides.
Yeah.
You know? And that is
It
one of
works.
those times. Another great thing about you guys is that you are both in very caring professions, but actually you're both taking a tiny break at the moment.
Okay.
So wait, say what your sort of career path, what you've been doing.
What I have been doing. So historically I've been involved in youth work and residential care.
Okay, cool.
So most recently I was managing a residential care home for a single occupancy home, so looking after just one young person. That got pretty intense and pretty stressful.
Yeah.
And I then have decided to take a bit of a break from that to kind of look after myself a bit and to recover and to rest and to,
Regroup.
yeah, pretty much.
I
Okay.
understand the feeling.
So
So I trained to be a Norland nanny.
Wow.
So,
Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh, do you not? I know what that is, and I can just tell you that is super exciting.
The college I trained at is where the royal nanny came from.
Wow.
So I have the full-on silly brown hat, white gloves, and I know which colour tights and which colour gloves you wear and which seasons of the year. So.
How do you match your tights and gloves?
Yeah. Exactly.
I actually really often do match my socks and my boxers.
Nicely done.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, black today, so black socks are going
But
on.
I mean, that's exactly what's happened.
Okay. Oh gosh, and we're finding out about his pants. What a date! So Norland nannies, right? They are mentally pricey. Because not to sort of, I don't usually specify how much people earn, but we're talking like creme de la creme.
Yeah, the best.
They're trained in like covert driving, escape driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to do
Counter-terrorism.
Yeah, I did that one.
That's awesome.
What other weird stuff? Tell us everything.
So we train
Weird stuff.
to do self-defence for ourselves and also for ourselves and our charges, which is how we refer to the children in our care. We have to learn counter surveillance techniques.
Wow. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah,
I know.
You learn,
It's like half nanny, half spy.
you have to go and do skid pan training.
Wow.
We all have to learn how to cook on like multiple different cooking styles, because if you're in old, large, stately homes, they quite often have ranges or augers.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to cook on one of those.
Wow.
We can all sew. We can all, integrate ourselves into an environment so you don't get noticed.
Wow.
So you're kind of
That is
set
amazing.
up.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's
the coolest job.
Yeah.
But part of your training is like high society, etiquette, debrets,
Yeah.
meeting the royals.
Yeah.
And I just thought it'd be great for Ellie to teach us. I mean, how's your curtsy?
I can't say it's well practiced.
I tell you what we'll do.
But-
You do an untrained curtsy,
Okay.
and then Ellie will get up and teach us how to do. I'll do one
Okay,
with
no,
you.
no,
So
no,
no
no.
pointers,
Yeah.
no
No pointers,
Just,
okay.
This is just. I just want you to give us each a mark out of 10. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Go on. You go first. I think I might know how to do one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, nearly. So, like 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. The only thing is.
Okay, that's super polite. Come and do a demo.
So, a demo. So you have one foot goes behind the other, but further than you'd think,
Okay.
and then you have to go all the way down till your knee hits the floor and back up.
And curtsy. Before Josh sits down, he's got something he wants to show us.
I haven't done this in a long time, so you grab your foot and you go.
Oh no!
Shoehorned that one in a bit, but worth it.
Josh is actually a man of many, many talents,
Oh, exciting!
aren't you?
Yeah. Yes.
Just agree. Why not? Just agree. What about just
dear.
slip that through the sides?
Wow. Yeah. Basically, all we need to do is pick 3 cards.
Okay.
Any 3
So
cards.
I'll pick
I'll
one.
look
No,
at
Ellie, you do all 3.
Am I
This is
picking
your
3?
Yeah.
Okay, 2.
Do we look at them?
Yeah, you can look at them.
Can I look at them too?
Yeah, you can both look.
Great, right.
Okay.
Show them to
So-
the camera.
What you have to do is pick one of those cards,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
one you want, and put it in the middle of the other 2.
Okay.
I'm going with that one.
So if you give them back to me, don't let me look.
Okay.
I'm basically going to try and guess what your card was. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you back the 2 that you didn't want, and I'm going to try and guess what the third one is. So those are your 2 cards back,
Accurate.
and I think that your card was the 3 of clubs.
Yes. What? That's so cool. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I love magic.
So what has Jelly brought us to eat?
Who is going first?
Josh,
Would
you
like
go
to
first. Bring us your
I've brought
fruit.
enough for a small army, I'm afraid. So
That's what we
I've
like to
got
hear.
some savoury bits. I've also bought some sweet bits. I also now I appreciate that I have baked and everything's gluten free. There is no caffeine. I've used white chocolate for that sake. I've taken photos of everything I use in case you want to check.
Thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
Oh man, what a mighty
I
good
wash
man.
every utensil before using it. Just
Wow.
So,
Thank you.
then Also those, just because it's kind of 11 o'clock and it's 11s, and because
Perfect.
in case you want to toast them, there's those, because the toaster might not be safe.
We've got a feeder on our hands,
You're
guys.
amazing.
And then, if you've never had this, it's
No,
amazing.
that sounds amazing.
It's like Murray mints in a drink.
He's right, it is amazing. So amazing that I stole the rest of that box.
It's like someone said, bring
you,
everything
go on.
for a midnight feast.
I was going to say, I was like, okie dokie. So I
Okay.
don't think it's ever okay to not feed everyone in the room. So I was like, I have to bring enough. I don't know how many crew we're going to have, so I had to bring enough for the crew. So we have hummus.
You guys are invited back every day.
So then there is homemade crackers to go with hummus. And then these are mini chocolate shortbread balls.
Shortbread balls.
They're
There's
really
so much.
good.
What's the maximum age of one of your charges? Do you go up to 34? So cheers, guys. Thanks for this gorgeous feast.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing gluten-free baking for me. It's amazing. They're absolutely delicious. And gluten-free baking is an art form above baking itself. So
My praise.
Next to godliness. This is the life we want. This is it. We've hit the jackpot. Finally, Josh. The Northern nannies will take care of us, and we'll never get kidnapped. Honestly, my vision of you is like Mary Poppins meets James Bond.
So Mary Poppins is based on Northern nannies.
Oh.
Before the Second World War, our uniform was blue, not brown.
Okay.
And so the whole idea of Mary Poppins is based on
Wow.
So you're Mary Poppins.
Is James Bond also based on you?
I wish he was. That'd be way more fun.
I think it's likely.
Although
I
he
think
doesn't
it's
drink anywhere near enough tea.
So, you guys had a few questions for each other. You want the same questions.
Oh, really?
I know.
Really?
So,
Wow.
can you both tell us, Ellie, why don't you go first?
Okay.
What makes you feel most alive and fulfilled?
Spending time with other people
Yep.
and trying new things.
Yep.
Kind of like doing this.
Yep.
And I also tried sit skiing for the first time last week. And
Sit skiing.
sit skiing.
Isn't that just like sledding?
Nope, that's like take two skis, stick a chair on them, strap your bum to the chair, get given two ski poles that have little skis on them that your arms are on, and then an instructor points you nose first down a hill and you go.
That's wild.
It's great fun. So
Is it better than skiing?
it is, because skiing is a challenge.
What have you got for us? Sit skiing?
I don't have sit skiing, nor have I ever tried it. Again, fairly similarly, just being with friends, I think makes it being outdoors, just doing kind of outdoorsy things like camping I'm quite a big fan of, and so if there's a big group of you just going out and sort of, well, not even a big group, just a small group, you're just going sort of to go for a bit of a camp and just be out in nature, go for a bit of a hike, bit of a walk, just forget everything really, not have to worry about any stresses, and just, yeah, it's very peaceful, it's very calming, it's very lovely. But yeah, so that's...
It's amazing.
And you both wanted to know how the other serves God or likes to serve.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you take this one first?
Okay, I lead worship quite a lot, so I've done that for quite a long time. That's probably one of the things that I most easily will do in terms of serving. It's, yeah, I love to do it. It's a real privilege to do it. It's a real honour to be able to I've been able to sort of play at people's weddings, so you get one of the best seats in the room sometimes, and get to watch them sort of worshipping is a really lovely sort of, yeah, honour that I've had on quite a number of occasions. So yeah.
That sounds really
Awesome.
cool. Yeah, so I love being involved in leading services. So, and I'm currently in discussions with my minister at home about possibly leading a sermon, but in the early stages of next year,
Nice.
so that'd be really
Nice.
fun. And having worked with lots of children in the past, I run one of our church outreach groups, which is an SEND toddler group.
Nice.
So another member of our congregation, and I also help run youth group, which I have 2 nights this week. So
Wow.
I run our younger one and our older youth group on a rota with other people.
Gosh.
Yeah, I really love just kind of walking alongside people in their lives and finding out their stories and working with their journeys, which is great.
Well,
Adopt me.
All right, let's chat to them one-on-one to see how they think it's going.
And what do you think of him?
I think he seems like a really lovely and sweet guy. I think
Yeah.
he seems like, you know, you can tell he's always taken a step back from something, and he obviously is still working through that. But
Yeah.
you know, I like people when they're honest with themselves and they look after themselves as well as other people. You can't serve others unless you've kind of looked after yourself and looked inward first.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important and really cool. So no, I think he's a really lovely guy.
What do you think of Ellie?
Yeah, she's lovely. Her work sounds incredible and fascinating. I imagine there are some unbelievable stories that she isn't able to say.
I know, which she's contractually obliged under NDA not to tell us about. How do you feel you're vibing? I know there's not been much time for vibing.
I think there's definite similar interests.
Didn't we do so well?
I think there's some similar interests, and like some of the things she said are spot on, really, with kind of things that I would be interested in. It's never enough time. I'm not too sure. It's kind of,
that's all right.
and feels a bit like slightly from different worlds. Your work sounds incredible and amazing, and there are loads of things that you can probably do that are really interesting and really skillful. Like you can drive and you can do all these things and make dens and sort of houses and things basically out of nothing, it seems. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love the fact that you are wanting to get involved in leadership within the church. I love that you're wanting to preach in church. Like I'm very pro that. So yeah, love that you're kind of stepping up into that and seemingly out of your comfort zone by the sounds of it. Seems like you're really bold and courageous in that.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing. And actually, quite a lot of people have the same things about you. You just seem like such a caring and genuine person, and like you're adventurous and you want to try new things, and like the fact that you can lead worship at your church is amazing, because as someone who I don't even join choirs because I'm too scared, that is amazing. I just think that's so cool. So I love that aspect, and yeah, you just seem like a really honest and down-to-earth guy, and like someone who is in touch with their faith and also understands that our faith has to be relevant to the real world. Yeah. That's really cool.
I'm sticking to my guns. I think this is going to be an IRL. I certainly want it to be. I think he may have some reservations, but I think that he will opt to learn more about her outside of this experience.
This is the part where a couple choose between IRL or URL. If they both pick IRL, in real life, we'll send them off on a date without the cameras so they can get to know each other a little better. But if one or both of them go for URL, it's not been a match. And we'll put a link, or URL, in the notes below so that you can get in touch with them directly to ask them out yourself.
Oh no.
That's okay.
I feel really awful. I think that there's lots of similar interests, there's lots of things. I think we live quite far away from each other, we've just learned, and I think that could potentially make things very difficult in terms of regularly kind of seeing each other. I'm not massively in for kind of a long distance relationship.
I totally agree with that. It has to be said that I was like, that might be an issue, but I thought, you know, I'm always willing to give anything a try at least once, so I thought could meet up for another time and see how it went. But yeah, no, I totally understand what you mean about distance and travel and stuff like that, so I'm completely fine with it. Thank you very much.
So we didn't get a match this time, but that is great news for you guys, because you can use the link below to drop them a message and ask them out yourself.
If you kind of enjoy being outdoorsy, being a bit adventurous, something a bit, kind of crazy, then by all means get in touch with me. We could maybe have some more millionaire shortbread with some buttermint tea.
So if you would like to bake with me and have some great adventures and learn some of the hilarious stories that I have from working in the nannying industry, then drop me a message with the link below and I'd love to meet up and have a chat.
If you'd like to join me on Salt's third wheel dates, just apply using the link below. I would love to sample your gluten-free baked goods, and I may actually get you to do a magic trick as well. But even if there's no romantic spark on the date, it doesn't matter, because viewers will be given the opportunity to drop you a message and ask you out, and you never know who could be watching.